What's up, everybody? This is your boy N9000. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Killer Kicks. And today I'm shooting a review for a pair of Packer shoes, diadora Reakwon collab. And man, I just woke up maybe an hour ago. I'm still tired. Yesterday was an exhausting day, and I'm just gonna speak about my just my thought on the camp out. And you know, that was my first camp out that I did yesterday for a pair of shoes in New York. So I'm just gonna speak about just you know, my thoughts and everything and how everything went. In case of you knew or you didn't know, Packer Shoes did a collaboration with Diadoras for Reakwon. It was the anniversary for Only Built for Cuban Links, and we all know it as the purple tape. Now, this was released in 1995, and I'm telling you, man, for all you Wu heads, I mean, like, you know what it is, man. Like, it don't matter what year it was. I think it's kind of impressive how you could still stay relevant all the way up to now. You know, like, you're still respected. We all know that the Wu-Tang group is a huge group, but to be one of the favorites out of the whole group, I think is like pretty big, because you had a lot of great MCs in that group. To me, I want to say that Ray and Ghost was always one of my favorites. I did like Method Man, but I'm gonna be honest, Ray and Ghost was just hands down was always one of my favorites. So it was you know, I just had to do it, you know, when I saw it. So they did the release at SOBs. Yesterday was his last show that he did for the Built for Cuban Links. So they did it at SOBs. SOB is a venue that they have in New York City, in Manhattan. And SOBs is like extremely small. Like, I was surprised how small it was, because I'm always hearing about SOBs, but I didn't expect to see that size. I know stores that are bigger than you know, than the actual like venue. So it's kind of crazy how it's like really small. So they did the release there, and the line was big. I want to say, I don't know, maybe 300, 350 people in line waiting. People camped out the day before. So it was kind of crazy, but I must admit, I was surprised on how everything was handled. First of all, you know, you had that big crowd, but one thing that I was very surprised with, that the owner of Packer Shoes actually walked up and down, assuring that everybody was going to walk out with a pair. You know, like, he was, you know, he was just out and about. He was letting everybody know how it was going to work when you walk in. You know, he was giving the instructions, and he assured that everybody was going to walk out with a pair. So I think that that was very dope of him. Of course, some people just, I don't know if some people just listen or if they choose not to listen. Some people were still paying the bouncer money to get cut in front of the line and get their shoe. I'm not even going to say the price, but the price wasn't even worth it, because when I went in, I was like, damn, like, this like truly enough for everybody. There was just like boxes on top of boxes on top of boxes that weren't even open. So, you know, it truly was what he said. It was, you know, there was available for everybody that was in that line. I would assume the rumor was that they had anywhere from 500 pairs to 1,000 pairs. So, you know, I mean, everybody walked out. So that was the one cool thing. Then they had a nice ice cream truck. The whole truck was purple. It says Reakwon on the side with these two speakers, and it was just playing, you know, Built for Cuban Links. And he actually went around the corner from the beginning of the line and was, you know, was driving up like real slow, like basically thanking everybody for coming out and support.
I'm here for you, baby.
Of course. That was pretty dope of him. You know, he definitely went up. Everybody was shaking his hand. You know, he was telling everybody, you know, I hope y'all come out to the show tonight, you know, so forth and so forth. So, you know, that was pretty dope. The line didn't get out of hand. A lot of people was out there. I didn't even know that DJ Dells was out there. I even came out for one of his videos. Like, I was like kind of like right in the front. I didn't even know. It was just so many people there that I didn't even know that was DJ Dells. I was like, yo, oh, smack. Like, I didn't know it till like this morning when I saw the video. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So there was a lot of people out there. When you got inside the SOBs, it was pretty dope. You had Reakwon who was signing autographs, whether it be the shoes, whether it be the box. Along with the shoes, you had the option of buying 2 Yankee hats. One was black and purple. The other one was purple with a black Yankee symbol, gray brim in the bottom. Personally, that was my favorite. A track jacket with diadora. And a t-shirt. Now, as far as the apparel, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't crazy too much about it. The t-shirt looked like, you know, a typical, like what a bouncer would wear. There was so many bouncers that were wearing it that it kind of left like a bad taste in my mouth, because it really looks like something that a bouncer would wear. And when I think of Reakwon, like back in the day, man, I think of, you know, a lot of rugbies, you know, polo. I think that if they would have did like a black and purple version of what they did for like I think it was a Snow Beach, the Sauconys that they did for Just Blaze, I think that look would have been a little bit more better. Like maybe like a rugby, a dope hoodie or something like that. Because that's what I think about when I think about Reakwon. So the t-shirt was just a little bit plain Jane. It had 1995 on the back. Then it had you know, like the sensor logo on the t-shirt that said Reakwon, Packer shoes, and diadora. Pretty plain, so I just passed on that. I passed on the track jacket. As far as the staff, you know, some staff members are kind of assholes. Some is just like, you know, like they just don't give a fuck. Like they're just there just to be there. You know, we've all been in that situation. I think the whole thing about that is that you chose that job. It's like if I apply for like, you know, to be a trash man and I complain about the smell, you know, I kind of signed up for that. So if you're going to apply for a sneaker store and expect not to have you know, big lines like the one that was yesterday, then I mean, you know, like that's something that you have to expect. So, you know, some of the staff workers are just like kind of like assholes, but it is what it is. Reakwon signed the box, shook his hand, real humble dude, man. It was a real good experience. As far as for me, man, just being a fan, I let him know, I'm like, yo, I came all the way, man, from Philly, you know, specifically for this. He's like, oh, man, you a sneakerhead, you a sneakerhead. I'm like, you know, not a sneakerhead, but I just think that this is monumental, you know. In my opinion, I think the only other person that could maybe pull that off, well, not maybe, the other person that could pull that off is Nas, you know. And just from that era, you know, coming from that era, I think Nas is the only other person that could pull that off, you know. So I think it was like pretty dope, man, that they was able to do that. You know, then what else? There was a guy who's famous for ice cream. I forget what's the name of the ice cream, but he was also passing out ice cream. The ice cream was like very rich. It was like vanilla chocolate, but he had like a purple dye. And it was like extremely rich. Like I just had like 2 or 3 bites and I already needed like a whole bottle of water of how rich the taste was. But besides that, man, I'm gonna be honest, it was a very good experience. The line was very, very, very well put together. No ruckus, you know, no nothing. It was just a peaceful thing, man, and it was lovely. It was lovely. I tried to go to Supreme later on that day. It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the line still wrapped around the corner. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to have to call it a day for Supreme. But enough talking about it. Let's just talk about everything that I was able to get. So one of the things that they gave out for free was this Reakwon, Packer shoes, Reakwon diadora poster. You did have the option if you wanted the box, the poster. Some people was getting everything signed. Like they was getting the hat, the poster, the box, the shoes. They just went, you know, autograph mania. So I think this is pretty dope. I didn't want it autographed because I just thought it was unnecessary. You know, I think that this enough is exclusive. You can't get this anywhere. So That's pretty dope. And enough talking about it. Let's get into detail. I am going to show you the hat that I picked up. And I was a little bit upset because there was a flaw with the hat, and I'll show it to you. Alright, so let's get into this review. So I'm going to start off with one of my favorite items, to be honest, even though it's small, but it's, you know, it's just real popping. It's the Yankee fitted hat. So these came in two colors, black, all black, with the purple Yankee symbol. And then they got, of course, this one. I went with this one because I'm a sucker for gray on the brim and the bottom. Anything that has gray in the bottom, I'm a sucker for it. So I think it definitely goes nice with a gray hoodie, black hoodie. Like, I just like this more better than the black and purple. Side, you have 1995. That was the year that Both for Cuban Links came out. Then you have your stitching in black with the new era. As I mentioned before, this came with a flaw. I am a 7 1/4 in every new era hat. And for some reason, this hat fitted me a little tight for whatever reason. And I'm inspecting the hat to see what's going on, and I figured it out. So as you can see right here, they didn't cut the brim off all the way. So this rubs on my forehead, which is like the fucking worst. Now I have to either try to cut this part off or try to take it somewhere that could cut it off, because there's no taking it back to the store. And also came with this pin. So this is pretty dope. Let's get into the box. So this is a size 8.5, which is a Euro, US size 9. If you want to know about sizing, I am a true 8.5. I had to get a size 9 because they did run tight. So I will go a half a size up. Oh man, what can I say about this, man? 1995, Reakwon. What I love, and me personally, I don't even think that he did this for everybody. Reakwon, and then he put Woo. My wife actually has a pair, and I'm going to show you how he autographed this box. So as you can see, he didn't write the Woo, which is like, this. It makes this box even more special, man, to be honest, man. Like, this shit is like very, very dope in my opinion. Yeah, so 1995, you have diadoras, black and purple, Packer shoes, and then you have the sensor on the side. My only dislike was that it came with this purple bag, and the blogs, they did have the clear bag. I'm gonna put this here because it's kind of dope. To my understanding, I think that clear bag actually was for friends and family, which is kind of stupid. I think that clear bag should have came in every shoe. If you want to do a friends and family version, then it would have been smarter to put the Wu-Tang logo on the shoe. But there might have been maybe some complications. I've seen a couple interviews with you know, the RZA where he made it very clear that logo is not for everybody to use. You know, that logo has to be on something that has to be special, that is going to represent the whole entire group. So he probably wasn't able to put the logo on it. Let's get into the shoe, man. Man, this is, I can't even tell you how excited I am, man, for this shoe. So let's get into it, man. Like, let's get into this. So on the tongue, you have the sensor, which is let me see if I could. Yep. So it says Reakwon, Packer shoes, Reakwon, and diadoras. The model of this shoe is the N900 or the N9000. I'm sorry. Yeah. So let's focus that a little bit more in. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of one dope part of the shoe. So the whole shoe is purple, obviously to represent the purple tape. So on your toe box, you have this purple mesh, and you have this gray suede that goes all the way around the shoe. On the side of the shoe, 1995. I think that was very dope of him. And he must have a lot of say so, man, because I don't think it was that easy to actually remove you know, the shoe model from the side and put 1995. I think that was pretty dope. You have the diadora symbol on the side, which is a plastic. It's kind of like a pinkish purplish color, to be honest. It's not all purple. And then you have the suede in the back. On your sole, you have a gray. It's more like a silver that goes around. And then you have your purple diadoras. The bottom of the shoe, you have a translucent, pinkish, kind of purplish sole. The back of the shoe, another dope part of the shoe, you know, one of my favorites. You have 1 and 2, and I'm going to get into it why it says 1 and 2. You have your 3M right here on your tab. You have your 3M on the back of the upper part of the shoe. So this whole part right here is 3M. This one, the middle one is more like a dark purple. And then turn the shoe around, the same thing. Laces. These came with a bag that says Reakwon. The stock ones that it comes with is black wax laces with the purple tip. And this is actually dope because it's basically to match the fitted. So black and purple for the black and purple hat. And then you have gray and purple to match the all purple hat, but they just flipped it. So the bottom of the brim, as I said, is gray. They just decided to make the tip purple. And then you have all, oh, I dropped it. And then you have all purple laces. So I mentioned earlier, so you have 1 and 2. And the reason why you have 1 and 2, a lot of you may not know this because we are in the era of streaming. It's not even CD players anymore. We could care less about a CD player. It's more about streaming now. So in a couple years, I even think that CDs is really going to be obsolete, man, with the way that, you know, music and the direction that the music is heading now. You know, everything is just streaming. So back in the days, man, like when you used to buy a cassette, you had side 1 and side 2, same as a vinyl. So the side 1 will tell you all the songs that's there. I'm going to do a real close-up of this. Let me focus this. So you have side 1, and you have all the name of the songs that's on the side of that tape. And let me tell you something. This is extremely, extremely dope because, you know, that's just, you like every song. There's not a song in here that you say, I really don't like it. You know, you like every song on this. So, you know, this is dope. Then you have side 2. I mean, you know, who doesn't know the ice cream?
Moves you're making, true fly chooses, shaking out a rape patient. You're looking good, fly colored Asian. I
mean, damn, this, you know, this shoe was just a must. I'm gonna be honest, man, because just the detail on this shoe is like extremely, extremely well put together, man. Like the detail on the shoe is just very well put together. I love all the small hints like this that they made. So that was the whole reason why they put side 1 and side 2. I'm gonna be honest, maybe like with the apparel, they should have did something like this, where they should have put maybe in the front of the t-shirt, side 1, back of the t-shirt, you know, side 2 with the purple tape. I think that would have gotten me to buy the t-shirt. But I can't stress enough how excited I am that I actually own this. This is gonna be in my collection damn near forever. I'm gonna be honest, because the whole experience I would never forget. My wife was with me. My wife got actually a pair. The pair that she has is up for grabs, so it is a size 8.5. If you are interested, please feel free to follow me on Instagram and send me a DM. My Instagram is killer_kicks. So that concludes this whole review. I hope that you enjoyed this. I'm going to just put this right here. I hope, man, that you enjoyed this, man. Please feel free. I hope that you enjoyed this review. You know, this is, you know, I'm gonna just put this right here, man. Please feel free to download my free app. Killer Kicks is available for Android and iPhone. It is a free app. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Comment. Let me know what you like about it. like it, dislike it, hate on it, tell me something that maybe I said wrong, because that's normally the case. I did come out in an interview that's going to come out for Soul Collector, and I said a lot of fucked up shit. You know, I think one of them was, what position did Michael Jordan play? I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, you know, my opinion, you know, with the whole Jordan thing is like, I'm never, you know, I was never like a big basketball fan back then. And to me, Jordan didn't make Jordan the shoes popular. You know, the fucking drug dealers, you know, people in the street, you know, just the whole New York City, man. You know, everybody has their own style. So just going to school and seeing the kids, man, with these J's and the way that they were rocking them, man, to me, that's what made me like the shoe. It wasn't really so much Michael Jordan, man, so I could really care less what position he plays or, you know, how many times he retired or what year championship or what shoe did he have on. Like, it really didn't matter because what made it cool was the drug dealers, you know, people in the street, man. Like, those are the people that really made the shoe look cool. So that's the reason why I liked Jordan from the beginning. But that's another discussion. I hope, man, that you enjoy this, man. I'm fucking excited about this. You don't even know how much excited I am about this. I hope that you enjoy this. Till next time, peace, everybody.
Sit back, relax, fake niggas don't get turns. Watch me massage your brain with Slain as King. Projects built with young men cause threats who ask that $1,000 change and text. Focus, the brokest niggas are light shit. These mics is like cocaine, son. Check the suicidal hype shit. Exchange man, blessed tapes for sweepstakes.